turn up for the Most High. That's all I know now. Rather die in His truth than to live in that lie.
Shalom to the 12 tribes scattered to the four corners of the earth. All praise to the Most High, Yahawah, Ba'ashem Yahawah. So Psalm 118:8 says it is better to trust in Yahawah than to put confidence in man, right? So I wanted to talk about something real quick that many people probably aren't going to like, right? And I've said it before, but I'm going to say it again, that one of the most dangerous things in this truth, or coming into this truth, is learning truth that is taught with lies, right? There's certain camps, certain teachers, certain elders out here that teach a lot of truth, right? They teach a lot of good doctrine, but then every once in a while they'll just throw something in that's completely off, right? It's completely contradictory or contrary to the scriptures, right? But like 2 Corinthians 13:8 says, we can do nothing against the truth but for the truth, right? So I gotta call this out because I'm seeing it more and more, right? There's people that give truth and then they throw a little lie in there, right? It's like if someone was feeding you and they're feeding you and they're feeding you and they put a little tiny bit of poison, right? Over time, that poison is going to add up and it's going to do you wrong. It's going to wrong your soul, right? So just one example of this is, say you're listening to someone teach and you're like, Khan, that's true, right? You're learning from them and you're like, yeah, that's facts, man, right? You're watching a video and sí, es verdad, right? But then they throw in a lie or two or three and you accept it. Why? Because you don't even look into what they're saying. Because you're just so accustomed or so used to being accepting of this particular person or camp or elder. And we can't be acceptors or respecters of persons when it comes to learning the truth, man. Philippians 2:12 says we have to work out our own salvation, right? 2 Timothy 2:15 says to study to show yourself approved to the Most High, a workman, right? Rightly dividing the word of truth. See, what I see a lot of brothers doing nowadays is this. They watch a video, right? Or they watch a few videos. They take notes. They write down the verses. They write down what the person says they mean. And then they make a video saying the exact same thing, the exact same breakdown, the exact same verses that this other person they got it from, right? You're supposed to study to show yourself approved, not watch videos and copy what someone says to show yourself approved. You're supposed to be a workman in the Bible, a workman in the truth. It takes work to go through this word and divide the truth, right? But you want to take the easy or the lazy, the slothful way out. So you're just going to trust in man. You're going to trust what someone else's word on it says, right? Oh, they're Israel, Ak. Oh, they've been in the truth for this long, Ak. Well, of course it's correct, right? Oh, they got this many people under them in their camp, Ak, right? Psalm 118:9 says it is better to trust in Yahawah than to put confidence in princes, right? We have to trust in his word instead of in princes. So Yasharallah which is the Paleo Hebrew word, right? For prince of power with God, or prince of the power with God, right? Meaning that we, the Israelites, are supposed to be the princes of the Most High, right? But that doesn't mean you put all your confidence in them, man. It is better to trust in Yahawah than to put confidence in princes. Some of y'all put so much confidence in them that you don't even study on your own. You just watch videos, you take notes, or you study the exact precepts or doctrine that they tell you to study. And that's dangerous, man. They're molding you into someone that you're not. They're molding you into them is what they're doing, right? When you should be molded by the Most High. You should be molded by his word, right? Psalm 119:99 says, I have more understanding than all my teachers, For thy testimonies are my meditation. Right? How many of you are meditating in the word? The Most High's testimony, the Most High's word, the Bible is supposed to be your meditation, so you can get that real understanding. The verse after that says, I understand more than the ancients because I keep thy precepts. If you would just study for yourself and follow what you learn for yourself, you'd be amazed, man. You'd be amazed at how much knowledge, wisdom, and understanding your power, the Most High, Yahawah Basham Yahawah would give you. Proverbs 2:6 says, for Yahawah giveth wisdom. Out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding. The wisdom you are seeking comes from the Most High, first and foremost. Right? The knowledge and understanding comes from his mouth, from his words, from the Bible. Right? Now, I'm not saying some of these brothers don't have wisdom. Yeah, a lot of them got wisdom, right? But the wisdom that you are seeking comes from the Most High first and foremost. Any wisdom, knowledge, or understanding they have comes from him. So why wouldn't you want to just go to the source, right? That wouldn't make no sense. So I'm not saying, because I know some brothers are gonna take my words and try and twist them, right? I'm not saying not to watch videos. I'm not saying not to take notes. I used to do this all the time, right? All the time. When I first came into the truth, I would do that every day, basically. But after a while, it got to the point where I started getting my own understanding from the Most High, and I started reading more and more and noticing little things that I was reading that were contradicting certain things I had learned from certain videos, from certain camps, from certain brothers, etc., right? So from then on, I started taking in the information I was receiving with a grain of salt, so to speak, right? I started looking at it like, I think what this brother is saying can be proved wrong with the word, right? And then I would find precepts to see if it can be proven wrong. And that's what I started doing more and more and more, right? And it's something that you got to do too, man, because you can't just trust in anybody, man. You can't trust in nobody but the Most High. Jeremiah 17:5 says, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departeth away from Yahawah. So you're cursed if you are blindly trusting in men and making flesh your arm. You're making men your strength. When you do that, it causes your heart, it causes your mind to leave from the Most High, right? It causes your mind to leave from the word, because you're just going off of what men say. You're going off of what elders say. You're going off of what camps say, right? Verse 7 says, blessed is the man that trusteth in Yahawah, and whose hope Yahawah is. So start trusting in the Most High, hoping in the Most High, and be blessed, man. Because trusting in men, trusting in flesh is going to curse you. I've been seeing and hearing of certain things, certain situations, certain curses happening to certain brothers, man. And it's because they are trusting in man and trusting in men's words over the Most High. And that's judgment, man. That's judgment, the things that are happening to certain brothers that are doing this. There's certain brothers that I know that are in camps or that are in camps, right? And they know that their camps or their elders are wrong about certain doctrines, about certain things, and they don't say nothing. And they just stay in the camp, right? Or they'll try and correct them, and they're not having it. They're not taking that correction, and they just stay in the camp, man. And they continue to be a part of that false doctrine because they want to be a part of something so bad. So just know that if you're one of these brothers, you are partaking in their evil deeds, and you're not going to go unpunished, man. The Most High gives you understanding on certain things so you can remove yourself from that situation, right? Or so that he can see that you're going to trust in them instead of him, and you're going to be a part of that, and he's going to punish you for it, right? So I'm going to finish with a couple verses here. This is Galatians 1:10 through 11. For do I now persuade men or the Most High? Or do I seek to please men? For if I yet pleased men, I should not be the servant of Hamashiach. So who are you seeking to persuade? Who are you seeking to please? The Most High or men? Right? If you're trying to please men, then you're not the servant of the Most High. You're not a servant of his Son, right? But I certify you, brethren, that the gospel which was preached of me is not after men. This gospel is not after men, man. It didn't come from men, and it didn't it was all from the Most High. It was all inspired by the Most High. So that is who you need to go to. That is who you need to trust in, right? So this is Acts 5:29. Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey the Most High rather than men. So who are you obeying? You obeying the Most High, or you obeying men? And this is 1 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 4. But as we were allowed of the Most High to be put in trust with the gospel, even so we speak, not as pleasing men, but the Most High, which trieth our hearts. That was verse 4, right? Because Yahawah allowed us and trusted us with the gospel, we cannot speak trying to please men, right? No matter how mighty or how honorable or how respected you think they are by other men, we have to speak to please Yahawah B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, because he tries us and he knows our hearts, man. So with that, I hope this helps at least one of you brothers to stop trusting and trying to please men, and helps you to please and trust in the Most High. And remember that your elders didn't die for your sins, man. Your elders cannot save you in the days of trouble that are coming. Only the Most High, through your own faith and your own works towards him, that's the only way you're going to be saved, which includes studying, which includes getting your own understanding for yourself, man. It's like Ezekiel 14:14 says, these three men, it was Noah, Daniel, and Job, delivered their own souls. They delivered but their own souls by their righteousness, right? So always remember that it's your own self, through the power, through the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding the Most High gives you, through the faith and works that you put in. You are going to have to work out your own salvation, like it says in Philippians 2:12, right? With fear and with trembling, man. Fear the Most High, right? Fear the Most High and what's going to happen to you and your family. Not fear of what these other brothers and elders might think or might say or might do if you stop following after them, right? So all praise to the Most High, Yahawah B'Hashem Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. Shalom.